Anytime you're making a soup, you need to make a delicious stock. And I make a rich chicken stock by boning the chicken and keeping the rest and putting the bones in the pot. I keep all my ends to my carrots and my onions and my celery throughout the week, and I put them in the pot along with the chicken bones. Now, if you're making an Oriental soup of any kind, I like to make an Asian stock. And what I do is I take some of the garlic and I take the flat edge of my chef's knife and I just smash it like that and drop a couple of bulbs in there, right in the stock right there. And when you're using celery, don't throw your ends away, put it in the stock. Same with your carrots. When you cut the ends off, put it in your stock. When you're using herbs like parsley, and especially like this for cilantro, go ahead and save some of your cilantro for your stock also. And that's how you start making a soup with a good stock. Now while you're making your chicken stock, I like to take the legs and the thighs and roast them in the oven and then let them cool for a minute. And I'm actually going to pick the meat, pull the meat off the bones to use in my soup. As you can see, you get a lot of yield out of it. And then you just put your bones right back in the soup. And some of the main ingredients you need for your hot and sour soup is you need fresh chili paste, you need pure sesame seed oil, you need rice wine vinegar, you need soy sauce, fresh ginger root, white pepper, tofu, which I've already cut into strips. You're going to need cornstarch to thicken. I've already made my stock. I've got 2 quarts of Oriental chicken stock I made. I've already pulled my chicken off the bone. I've got my sliced fresh shiitakes. And I'll get back with you. Now when you go to make your hot and sour soup, you want to get you a big pot, or if you have a big wok, that'd be great. Either way, I take a little bit of oil. You can use a peanut oil or you can use coconut oil, whatever type you like. I put a little bit of ginger in there. I put my shiitake mushrooms in there. And go ahead and give that a stir and get it rolling. And you cook that down just for a minute. And then 1 tablespoon. You can always add more later, but start with a tablespoon. I'm using 2 quarts of chicken stock, Oriental chicken stock, so that should be enough, but we can always add more later. Now, after you've cooked your shiitake mushrooms and your fresh ginger, you want to start adding some liquids. And I like to use rice vinegar, about a 1/4 cup of that. And a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. And go ahead and put your Oriental chicken stock in. Now when your soup starts coming to a boil, you can go ahead and put your canned bamboo shoots, and I like to cut them, the sliced ones. And go ahead and put your chicken in, and that's the pulled chicken from a whole chicken, except for I saved a breast for another meal. Give it a stir. And then you can start seasoning. I like to I'll start with a teaspoon of white pepper. And go with a 1/2 teaspoon for right now. I like to put sesame seed oil in. Go with a little bit of that. And I'll be right back with you. Now you want to thicken your soup, and what I like to do is take cornstarch. I'll use a couple of tablespoons of cornstarch and just make a slurry with it. And put it in your soup to thicken. You see how that does right there. You can always thin it back out if you get it a little too thick. Look how beautiful that is. Just go ahead and get that in there. Now you add your tofu. Slice that tofu nice, as you can see. Then the last thing you want to do is put your egg in. And I like to go ahead and crack a couple of eggs. And just kind of whisk them a little bit. Not much. And when your soup starts simmering again, you can either take chopsticks or a knife or whatever. And just start drizzling your egg a little bit at a time. Into your soup. Just like that. And when I get back with you, I'm going to make fresh fried wontons. I love fresh fried wontons. Oh my God, on top of my hot and sour soup. What I do is I just buy some egg roll wraps and get some oil hot. I don't have a deep fryer, so as you can see, I'm using a cast iron skillet. And go ahead and cut them in the size you would like. I love these things. And just kind of toss them around. Get your oil about 350 degrees and just drop them right in there. And have you a bowl? You just flash from. It only takes a minute. You have a bowl ready with a paper towel in it. And when they're done, you start taking them and putting them in there, in the bowl. Now it's time to present your hot and sour soup. You take your bowl, get your ladle. Oh, that's so beautiful. I bet you can like a lot of it. Put your cilantro on top. Like that. Fresh cilantro. And there you go.